Okay, so we have I guess, a final look at the AMT Autocar. This is the outcome of our project on it. So, I mean, as you can see, the kit itself is okay. It builds up into a decent representation of the Autocar A94B. Um, you know, if you're going to take on one of these AMT trucks, just be prepared. Be prepared to have to do a lot of dry fitting of the parts. Careful reviewing and reading of the plan sheet. Make sure that you have a good idea of where you think the parts should go before you put glue onto anything. Any cemented parts, you want to make sure, just check it and double check it. Have reference photos. Find pictures of what you want the outcome to look like. What your target truck is, or your you know what I mean. And just follow the I don't even know what I'm trying to say, so I'm just going to be quiet. But this is the final outcome. You see I did the headlight detail, shrouded headlights. I ended up using cardstock instead of sheet styrene. The cardstock was just more pliable. If I were to do it again, I would seal them a little better with a white glue water mixture to take away any graininess. There's a little bit of graininess to them, but not so much that it matters. Just if I were to do it again, or if I were to suggest someone else was going to make that that feature on this truck, I would just coat them a couple of times with a 50-50 white glue water mixture, and let that dry thoroughly between each coat, and then primer them, and then paint them with whatever color you want. In this case, I used the chrome silver. And then I wrapped, as you can see, there's a solder ring around that, and that does a couple of things. One, it looks more like the photograph, the prototype, which had a fitting applied to hold these on, and it also helps to hold these on. Creates a more of a gluing surface, more of a mating surface for that to attach to the light fixture. So that's what the rings are on there for. And as you can see, they blend into the feature, into the headlight, and look reasonable. So we went with that. I added the hoses and connectors to the oil reservoir. We've added some chain, just some, to go with the air hose. Chain was often used, still often used on semi-trucks as part of a hold down or tie down feature, or any number of applications on a rig for chain. So for a vintage truck like this one, it's just fitting that it has a length of chain somewhere. What else? So that's pretty much it. The hood, as you know from the previous videos, I did not get that to work. The joint here was just too tight, and it was binding from one side to the other. It was, the flexing hinge, the hinged lid was binding on the fixed one. So that ended up not quite working out. But with the bling on it, got the horns and lights. The Autocar emblems are on there. I don't know how well that shows up in the light. I use a little bit of red paint, and I don't use the spray on the enamels. I use this acrylics for that. And what you want to do is tape these parts down onto a flat surface so they don't move around. Take a finer brush than this and just lay the body color in between each letter. And it doesn't matter if you get it onto the letters, because it's an acrylic. You just come back and wipe it off of the off of these faces of the letters, and you can do that without actually touching it anywhere where it's sunken in between the letters, and so the color will remain between and come right off of the chrome. That's why you want to use acrylics for that. Little insider deal. What else? That's pretty much it. You know, without the opening hood feature, which I really was hoping to get that nailed in there. You know, next time we'll just leave a bigger gap here. But as you can see, after deciding to close it up, the pieces fit nicely together still. So we didn't lose anything really. We just can't open the hood. Right. So the finish came out nice. The bare metal foil worked well for the accent chrome striping on the chrome strips on either side of the body color two-tone. And the truck, as I said, you know, ends up being a decent representation of the Autocar. You know, we like it. So good kit, goes together. Decent outcome with some patience and some extra effort, and a little bit of experience helps. I mean, if you want to take one of these on and you haven't built, you know, really too much in the past, don't have too much experience, it's still doable. Reviewing, you know, the work others have done, videos and so forth, and just being patient and trial and error, dry fitting. Make sure it fits properly before you put any adhesive on it, and you should be okay. Right? Autocar, project complete. Thanks for watching the channel and following the build. Appreciate everybody. Have a great holiday.